I want to say thank you to our sponsors, dare I say partners. At Every Plate, you can get a meal for $1.49 plus $1 steaks for life. That's right. By going to everyplate.com/podcast, enter the code 49REAP. Subscription must be active to qualify to redeem the $1 steak. So go ahead and do it now. That's $1.49 plus $1 for steak forever. That's amazing. Everyplate.com/podcast. Enter my code 49REAP. All right? Get on that, and we're going to have a good show today. You guys ready to get it going?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, the Alan Jackson. All right, welcome, everybody. Thank you. What up, peeps? Welcome to an all-new Carolina Reeper show. What is that? Well, it's like a PM magazine from the Carolinas on the cracked corn. And today's show is a big, fat, heaping helping of hairless hilarity. Because we're going to talk about the cruise. Good times we had on the Amigos cruise. Were you there? We're going to talk about Thanksgiving coming up and whatever else we feel like talking about. But first, just so you know, a lot of you old school watchers, you're probably looking at this right now going like, is this live? How do I know this is live? Is it live? Well, I'm live right now. This is live. You've never seen this before. Never done that in my life. How did I know I was going to do that? I didn't know. I am live right now in the comment section. Yeah, right down there. Look, see it says John Reep. That's me. I'm down there live watching this with you. That way I don't have to be distracted by trying to do this in the moment. No, I'm right here, right now. I hope you can appreciate that. Anyway, leave me a comment, all right? I want to talk to you in real time. I'll ask you a question. Thanksgiving's coming up. What is your favorite side dish? Go. Best side dish. I'll start right here with my man Sebastian sitting right next to me. Say hey to Sebastian, everybody.
Hey.
How are you, bud? I love the Thanksgiving shirt.
Thank you. In the spirit.
I love that.
I don't think Thanksgiving gets enough appreciation.
I agree. There's tons of movies about Christmas, tons of movies about any other holiday. Give me one Thanksgiving movie.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Who the hell is that? Who are you and why are you dressed like that?
That is Ginger Libra.
What are you?
I'm Ginger Libre.
Ginger Libre.
Yeah. So I figured,
Explain yourself to the watchers.
So this is a authentic Mexican wrestling mask that I got in Cozumel when we was on the cruise. And then today is National Gingerbread Day. So
you get a mixture of the Mexican wrestler with a gingerbread cookie, and you've got what?
Ginger Libre.
Oh, okay. What would you call this concoction here?
I would call that a ginger inbread.
Ginger inbread cookie.
And I don't know how to say gingerbread cookie in Spanish, so we're going to let Google take care of it.
Oh, you Googled something.
Galleta de jengibre.
Oh, do it again. Very quick.
Galleta de jengibre.
All right, very good. Thank you for that. We'll get to you in a minute. Ginger inbred Nacho Libre. What'd you call him? Ginger Libre?
Nacho Libre.
Huh?
Ginger Libre.
Ginger Libre.
Ginger Libre.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ginger
mercy.
inbred cookie Libre. I like that. All right. Thanksgiving movie. He said trains, planes, and automobiles. That's one.
That's it.
Can you name another one? You're right. Thanksgiving does not get enough love.
I mean, didn't Charlie Brown do a Thanksgiving?
He may have.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think he did. He did.
I feel like.
Yeah, he did a bunch of them, but it was seasonal.
There might be one. What about Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore?
Was that set in Thanksgiving?
I think it may have been. Like,
Well, what about Meet the Fockers? Was that Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Well, they are starting a new classic. There's an actual Thanksgiving movie in theaters now.
Oh, it's a slasher film, isn't it?
It sure is.
It's
It's
Eli Roth.
I believe so.
Yeah, I heard about this. The comedian I worked with, and one of the comedians I worked with in Fort Worth, Texas. And if you're watching this and you're in Fort Worth, this is it. This is the show I was telling you about. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. But yeah, apparently there's a big slasher film called Thanksgiving. It's in theaters right now. So I probably won't go see that. Maybe I'll wait.
I'd like to have that to cut the turkey with, though, wouldn't you?
Oh,
That's a
good
turkey
point.
cut.
Yeah, that would be way easier to cut a turkey with that.
Yeah.
What is that? Just a big old axe?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
one swing.
I like it. So what we're gonna do this year,
Okay.
at my house, my new home that I bought
Hey.
not long ago, me and my wife Jody, we're gonna do. Traditionally, we've done Thanksgiving at my mom, dad's house, but this year we're gonna move it to my house.
Yeah.
Bigger home, more space, more stuff, and my nephew Zach. Sorry, very gassy. Jason's. Oh, I forgot to hit start on that. Jason's son, Zach, who reaps power washing. By the way, he washed my house and he lit the outside, the Christmas tree in the front. Well, not a Christmas tree, but he wrapped Christmas lights around that gigantic tree in the circle driveway.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. Anyway, he's a hunter. He hunts.
Yeah.
And he's going to kill and cook a goose.
A goose,
Yeah.
not a gander.
Oh,
Because what's good for the
goose.
is also good for the.
Gander.
That's a
I
good
don't
question.
know, what is a gander?
I don't know. Someone look that up. Someone text Zach. Am I getting a goose or a gander? You don't have his number. But what I'm going to do is recreate the last scene because we're going to shoot a Christmas photo while we're there. We'll have everybody come over for Thanksgiving. We're going to have them dress for Christmas. So when you're coming to my house for Thanksgiving, go ahead and dress as if it's Christmas. We'll take a Christmas photo, right, for Christmas cards or whatever. But we're also going to reenact the scene, the last scene from A Christmas Story, where they have to go to the Asian, and they're singing fa ra 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 ra, and they come out and it's a goose or a duck, and it still has the head on it,
Yep.
and they chop that. So we're going to do that whole scene. So that'll be fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
this episode brought to you by PETA.
Right. Vegetarians and PETA.
Vegetarian's PETA. Thank God for every plate.
Where did you get the shirt, though? I love the shirt.
This is
It's Green
available
Bay.
on John Reap website. You can get it. It's,
JohnReap.com.
JohnReap.com. I get 20% of royalties. But you can get this. It's nice. It's on Amazon.
You
I
just-
don't know. Somewhere.
you don't remember?
I ordered it last year. It came in the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, no.
So-
Well, I've noticed it's wearing a Green Bay helmet.
Yeah, I don't know about
So I'm wondering if it's just
I thought it was SpongeBob at first. But it is Green Bay.
SpongeBob.
It's the best
turkey
team in the
pants.
NFL.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
This just in from Gingerly Bread. What's your favorite side dish? Talking about food, not.
Side dish
Not
would
much.
be. Is dumplings a side dish or is that a main course? Chicken
I
dumplings?
count that as. Oh, that's a good question. If you're putting it in there with the chicken, that's part of the entree. Then that's
entree.
part of the main. Ooh, that's a good loophole of a question you got there.
Because if you got turkey and you got chicken dumplings,
Or turkey dumplings.
Yeah.
However you would do it.
yeah.
Well, I'm just saying this. Let's go back.
Okay.
If I order chicken and dumplings,
Yeah.
that's one entree.
That'd be one.
That's one dish.
That's one dish. That would be
That's
your
not like
entree.
chicken is that, and then the side is the dumplings. It's all one thing.
thing, yeah. So that wouldn't qualify.
So I don't think that's a side dish.
The side dish would be like cranberry,
Corn,
stuffing,
okra,
corn,
potatoes,
Green bean casserole.
green bean casserole.
mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Everyone's
That's
gonna say
it.
mac and
That's
cheese.
it. Mac and cheese.
Yeah. Alan, I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Uh-oh.
Bring
I'm
it.
very sorry about this.
Bring it.
There is a new Thanksgiving meme type video that's going around. And I don't know how it started. But you guys are familiar with the one lady she's at a church, and she's doing some sort of song. And she's, I want greens, beans, lettuce, tomato, ham, turkey, chicken. You've seen this one, right?
Yes, sir.
So now there's a remix. And they've added this other dude before her. And I don't know the context, but what it seems to me is it might be a man who's down on his luck, like a homeless guy, and he's standing at a cash register at a convenience store. And he's just randomly singing, please come home. And there it is, that one right there. Let's give it a gander. Let's see what have y'all not seen this yet?
Nah.
This is the new Thanksgiving one.
I've seen the beans and bologna, but I haven't seen the two
I
mixed.
don't know which one this is because we, I'm throwing a curveball. This is the old Reap boomerang. Let's see what happens here.
I got beef and bologna. All I hear is I got beef and bologna.
I'm Marquise, baby.
Okay, that's not the one I was thinking of. Oh, wait. Maybe. I don't know. It's long, isn't it? But it just goes, that's a different one, I think. Who knows? Anyway, that is the new, oh, yeah, there's the lady. That's the classic one. Alan, have you seen these before?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's classic.
This is a church.
Gonna tell you a story now.
Yeah. You never seen this?
Huh.
Oh, my gosh.
That old
You got to get into Thanksgiving. This has become a Thanksgiving thing for me. She's talking about, this is extended version. I've not seen this one. Here it comes.
Stay right there. I'm still aiming.
They're looking for something.
They're looking.
I hope this lady is rich now.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. In this.
Stay here.
Here it comes.
Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. You name it. God damn it.
Now that's the raw version. Since then, they've made that into a song, and then someone put that other guy in front of it, and it bleeds into that. I don't know which one. We should have pre-gamed it, but anyway. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope those people are rich. I hope they can somehow monetize that. You know what I mean? Because how many people have seen that by now?
Probably 40 million.
Gazillions.
Yeah.
Favorite side dish for me, it's hard to beat mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Very hard to beat mac and cheese.
You look like a cranberry guy.
Not at all.
Oh,
man.
really?
You're saying that because it got ginger?
I just kind of trying to.
Cranberry to me is, it's a jelly. It's like a dessert.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly. I wouldn't eat
It's like
that.
it's like Jello from two weeks ago.
Right. I never got the cranberry side of that. I really haven't. I never got my mom never really cooked the turkey and the traditional. It was always ham anyway.
Yeah.
So it didn't have cranberry and ham. Although that would probably be really good. They do pineapple and ham.
Pineapple and
That'd be the Hawaiian.
Exactly. What about ginger libre? What's your favorite side dish?
So chicken and dumplings doesn't count as a side, right?
No, we've already established that.
Nachos.
I mean, I don't want to say mac and cheese. Yeah, there you go.
That's good.
Yeah, nachos and cheese. No, mac and cheese is definitely one of my favorites. I like all the sides.
Of course
I'm
you
a
do.
cranberry man.
Ball, just give me one.
stuffing.
Can you give me one?
Green bean casserole.
Let's see how easy that was.
Well, I mean, there's
Just pick
so
one,
many.
man.
I like them all.
I know that, but that's we're gonna be
I'm
here
a
all
big
damn
boy.
night.
I like.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about something all of us did together. And I'm talking about the Amigos cruise. What a success. 7 days, nights, whatever. We went to Cozumel, Costa Maya, Coco Cay, and Roatan, Honduras. And it was over 100 people. Thank you if you came on that. It was amazing. Y'all made it great. I had a blast. In fact, some say too much fun.
I think you might have.
Well, I don't know where to start.
Well, remember what they say: what happens on the ship stays on the ship.
That's right.
Unless
But we'll talk about it here anyway.
Unless you're doing content.
Unless it's for content. So a lot of you shared your pictures, And if you haven't done that yet, you can still do it anytime. Go to the John Reap Cruise Facebook fan page and just upload them and share them. So that's what the Alan Jackson's going to do. He's just, as I'm talking, behind me you'll see random photos. Too many to mention. There's Sebastian with Lisa, and I forgot this lady's name. Very nice lady.
Yes.
On the cruise ship. Now, here's another Nacho Libre. That's John Beaver. He bought one of those masks too, and Mark Ryan. Looks like we're out by the pool somewhere. But yeah, it was a great time. I think one of my favorite, let's just start with day one, Sunday. It happened to be football Sunday. We all go to the sports bar there. Playmakers. And they're showing the football games. We wanted to go watch the Carolina Panthers. That's my team. But no one cared about the Carolina Panthers, as they don't, even in Charlotte, or in my heart right now. But it was the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And man, oh man, I thought there was going to be a fight. Because there was this one table of Cowboy fans that after every good thing would happen, they would get up and run around the room, yeah. But then you had all these Eagles fans that were equally as loud. And were you there for that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be I thought that was going to be a huge fight. But what a great little sports bar that turned out to be.
Yeah, that's great.
Don't you think?
Yeah, it's one of the best bars on the boat.
Yeah. Well, especially because it's football season. We had a lot of games to watch. So we got to watch the Panthers lose twice in 1 week on the cruise ship because they played that Sunday, lost, and then they played. No, didn't we win the first Sunday? No. I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Never mind. We only won one damn game. Anyway, lost the first Sunday, then they had a Thursday night game. So we got to experience them losing again. Thank God we're on a cruise ship for that. But what really stands out to me, I'm going to go in order. That's Sunday. I think the next night, it was an off night, lots of free time. So we did 7 days, right? Royal Caribbean, brand new ship. It's called Wonder of the Seas. And it was the world's largest ship. Tons of things to do. And we thought, well, 7 days. Let's space out our events that we have as part of the See Amigos package. It was me, comedian William Lee Martin, and Mark Ryan, a.k.a. Steve Jessup. And we were going to do comedy one night, a meet and greet that first night, and then karaoke, but we had a toga night as well. So people wore togas, and we called it toga-oki, all right? So first night, just get on the boat, mingle, watch a little football. That was great. Next night, that's our little cocktail hour. Meet and greet cocktail hour. That was great. We had this whole big room to ourselves, and we just walked around and drank for free and got to know everybody and looked forward to the itinerary and all that stuff. Then that night at the Irish pub, so we have this one friend named Tommy and his wife Tracy. They've been coming on the cruise every year. Every time we've done a cruise, they've been there. And Tommy loves to do what?
Irish car bombs.
Irish car bombs. I don't know how this tradition started, but it did. And we have to do it. We have to find the Irish pub on the ship, and we have to do Irish. So we go to the Irish pub. There's always like a singer-songwriter guy just playing acoustic guitar, singing all kinds of fun songs. Well, I think my son, Tucker, I don't know where it originated. I think it started with Tucker. Told John Beaver about a certain song. That's like a pirate song or something, like one of these Irish songs where when you sing it, you want to do this with your hand. And the song is called "What Do You Do with the Drunken Sailor?" And we got on that kick, and I lost my voice. Like that night, I was like, "It's over with." Do you know the origin story of this?
So there's a lot of things go back and forth, but it's actually the origins here in the United States with the sailors and stuff up towards Connecticut. But what they did is they paired it with a song, and I'm going to butcher the hell out of it.
Is this the Irish?
But yeah, what they did is they paired it with an Irish tune called Oro Sidora Bretha Behali or something. Like I said, I'm going to butcher the hell out of it.
Hang on, that was good.
But they mashed that up with that, and that just became a chant, not a chant, but a song that they would do like in bars and pubs.
Yeah.
Even the Navy got into it.
Oh, it turned into a huge deal. 'Cause we had over 100 people. That was us on the ship. And anytime we'd go somewhere, we'd sort of just take over that room. And I'm sure the people who were not a part of our group hated us by the end of that ship. Because that's the Irish pub. You go back 1 before the Dolphin, 2 before the Dolphin, 1 before, right there.
Yep.
So that's the Irish pub. And so it goes a little bit like this. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a... So that, and before you know it, everybody's doing this. The whole bar's getting into it. And it did not end.
Well, I came in on this late,
Yep.
and I saw you guys doing this, and I was sitting over there with Mark, comedian, on a separate table.
Mark Ryan, yeah.
Yep. And I was like, watch me get them to continue this for another hour.
What'd you do?
I just stand up.
You did this.
I'd stand up. I said, let's do it again. What?
Yeah, you just do
and you
this.
just kept on going.
Beaver loves it.
I know. And then they would start again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about your voice.
No. Well, that was Tuesday night. Tuesday night. And then the next day, wasn't feeling great. I mean, my voice was not great. I was fully prepared to do stand-up comedy because that was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Supposed to go up there and do stand-up with Mark and William and I think Isaiah.
Yep, I did do some time. I did 10 minutes.
Okay. Excuse me. Still got a little bit in there. Y'all like oysters?
Yeah, swear. Raw.
Anywho,
Cut it.
that Wednesday, like I wasn't feeling great. My voice was a little scratchy. I figured I could pull through it though, because I was going to lean on William Lee Martin and Mark. But I took a shower, came out of the shower, room was spinning. Like I was dizzy. Like I couldn't stand up. It was that bad.
And you're a stand-up comedian.
I'm a stand-up comedian.
What do you do with a stand-up comedian that can't stand up?
Prop him in the corner. But no, I couldn't. And I got really hot. My voice was, and I thought, all right, well, I'll take a shower. I'll try to feel better. And it wasn't happening. And I knew I could not perform. So I texted Johnny. I was like, hey, 911, we got an emergency coming down here. He came to my room. I said, you're going to have to tell everybody that I'm sick. I can't perform tonight. And enjoy Cowboy Bill Martin and Mark Ryan and Isaiah. And luckily, y'all went and did the show. And I think it turned out pretty good. I wasn't there. So what are your thoughts?
The show must go on.
The show must go on.
Well, I know when Johnny came in, first thing, as soon as we got in the door to sit there and get things prepped, he leaned into me and he says, John's not coming tonight. And I'm like, yeah, that's funny. When's he going to be here? He's like, no, seriously. He texted me 911. He's not going to make it. And I'm like, oh, crap.
I couldn't do it. I've only had to cancel a gig like that, like day of like that, maybe 3 times in 30 years.
Yeah, but it was well received. Nobody really got up in arms about it.
I mean, that's how bad I was feeling. I knew I couldn't do anything. But
Could
yeah,
lip sync it. We should have just lip synced it.
I couldn't stand. Well, if you could,
I could have
if you
rolled
could put
you
me
in
a
on
wheelchair,
If I could have put you on Rascals and rolled you in.
put sunglasses on.
Yeah,
me.
like Ferris Bueller's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
We could put a video of my mouth moving and just hold it up like this.
Hey, we could have sat there and had it recorded and we just had Isaiah lip sync it.
So, but what was the order of things? Did Johnny go up first?
Yeah, Poovy went up first and introduced me, and then I did my 10 minutes, and then Poovy came back out on stage and introduced William Lee Martin.
And how much time do you think William Lee Martin did?
Probably like 30 minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
30
At least
minutes,
30.
that's good.
And
Because
then-
he was only prepared to do about 15, 20. Right. I mean, that's what I told him all he had to do. Right. And then Mark did another 30 after that?
Yeah, he went about 25, 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. And the feedback I've gotten from that, I wasn't in the room, is that it was great. Everyone was still happy. They were a little disappointed, mostly worried about me, like, I hope you're okay. I hope it's not serious or whatever.
Well, they knew if you didn't make it, there was a reason why you didn't make it.
Yeah.
But the only really hard point was when with that last bit was the Steven bit. He tried to pull a couple into the show. And
what do you mean?
They were married for over 50 years.
Oh,
And
yeah.
So they were talking about the aspect if it was going to be casket or cremation.
Oh, my goodness.
Cricket's chirp. And so he kept trying to pull them back in.
So Mark was already talking about cremation versus casket.
Yeah.
And then he just happened to go to this table and get their opinion, and then they shut down.
They just wouldn't engage at all.
Oh,
and he kept trying to pull around. He kept coming back and kept looking at him, and it was like,
Do you know who it was?
no, I'll be
It's
honest
someone
with
in
you.
our group, obviously.
Yeah, it was someone in the group. I think they were married 53
I want to know
years or something like
who
that.
these people are. If you were, you know who you are if you were there.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
watching this.
And then I said that you caught AIDS from a pool girl, and that didn't
Right.
go over well at
Yeah.
all.
So apparently there was a conversation amongst the comedians before the show about like, what are we gonna do? Let's do this. And Isaiah was standing there with them, and jokingly, I think Mark said to Bill, we should tell everyone that John, what happened?
Yeah, Mark suggested that one of us go out there and say that John caught AIDS from a pool girl, and then both of them pointed at me. I'm like, I'll tell it.
And then he went up there and said it. Yeah. And then I heard it was crickets.
Yeah, it just went flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of people's jaw
You
dropped.
can take the hood off if you're getting hot.
Yeah,
I want to see the whole mask. There you go. No, leave the mask on just to keep the hood off. Yeah. So how do you think you did, Isaiah?
I think I did pretty good.
On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your performance that night?
A 5,
Is it better than the one in Lenore?
a little bit, but not much.
Mark,
Just a tad bit.
agree or disagree?
I'd say it was a little bit better, but there was a couple of time frames where he was trying to pull them in and wasn't getting a response.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see a little bit of that deer in the headlight. But
Well, that's going to happen no matter what. I told Johnny to tell the crowd, I felt so bad. Not only physically did I feel sick bad, but I felt sad bad, disappointed in myself. I've been talking about this cruise for 2 years. Selling it for 2 years. Stand-up comedy with me. 2 years. Day before, not going to do it.
Fireworks rained out.
But I got really sick. And so I told everyone I felt so bad that if you were on the cruise, and by the way, if you're on the cruise, you're going to get a separate email from me pretty soon, a video email with a code. And you can use that code anywhere in the country that I'm performing. You get free tickets. So free tickets to see me anywhere in the country where I'm performing with the promo code. But I mean, other than that, I rallied sort of the next couple of days. I started feeling better. Then we did, we hung out by the pool a lot. I mean, the ship had so much stuff to do. The water slide was amazing.
then you guys got out. We went to Roatan, the north side.
Yeah. So what was your excursions?
We did one in, they all run together, maybe Cozumel. It was terrible. It was a Jeep. We were supposed to cave swim, but it ended up being Mayan sinkholes. Got mosquito bit.
We have those right here in Hickory.
Yeah, I
You didn't have
know.
to
We
go-
got our own sinkhole. I know what I
You
said.
didn't have to go to the Mayan
So, but then we
ruins.
did Costa Maya. Went salsa making, learned how to make salsa,
Make salsa.
salsa dance,
Salsa dancing.
tequila tasting.
Oh. How was
And
that?
That was great. And by that time, didn't make the toga party.
Oh, so I feel like everyone at certain parts
I bowed out.
had a down day.
Yes.
Where it's like, oof, ain't working today.
Yeah.
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 It's
That's
like-
my first time.
Yeah. So you made salsa
Made salsa.
and you salsa danced
Salsa dance.
and you had tequila
And we had tequila.
Yeah, that
and then
deserves
we
a
went
day
to
off.
private beach.
in a private beach. And was that your least favorite excursion? Did you do anything with dolphins? Lots of people with the dolphins. I did a dolphin.
I don't do dolphin excursions. There's been at least 120 reported dolphin rapes.
That's true.
Yeah, and I do not want to be 121.
No.
So I'm not doing dolphin stuff.
That's a valid point. Fair
And
point.
flipper, no flipper for me.
No. Flipper over. What about you, Isaiah? Did you do an excursion?
No, I just shopped in Cozumel and Costa Maya, and then in Roatan we hung out with y'all.
Yeah.
So
We had a good time in Roatan, Honduras, didn't we? Don't you think that was okay, what was the first one we did? y'all didn't go with us on the first one. That was
That was Cozumel.
Cozumel.
Or actually, we did that island.
Oh no, Coco Cay was awesome.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Coco.
Coco Cay is. They have this whole island that Royal Caribbean built. It's just theirs.
Yep.
And it's an adult playground, and there's lots to do on that.
Food, pool,
There's the
beaches.
swim up bar. Everybody hung out in the swim up bar, got drunk, sang, had a good time, and then they have beautiful, like crystal clear ocean water. You can walk out. I mean that whole thing was great. But one of the beaches we went to, and I forgot which one in Mexico, it was just overcrowded. Couldn't put your foot down anywhere.
I think that was Cozumel.
Yeah. But then the Honduras one was better. That one I liked better.
But going through Roatan, that was.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind
As
of.
soon as you get off
I
the
didn't get
ship,
off the ship on that.
you know, I know. When I looked at the itinerary, I thought Roatan, Honduras, I ain't getting off the boat. I'm not even going to mess with that one.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Except for, well, anytime you're at a port and there's Americans on the ship coming off, the people right there trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah.
Woo, they're all over you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we had to go through a gauntlet of people like, hey, they're yelling right and left. It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
We ended up going down and send Jason back in.
I told my brother, just go pick something for us to do. I don't care what it is, just pick something. So he just grabbed a guy and sold us on this thing called San Francisco Beach. Was that
Something like that. It was on the north side.
Yeah,
You
something
just
Called
pick
West
some-
Bay.
West Bay.
Yeah.
West Bay.
West Bank or West Bay? Because it looked like, to me, it looked like when you got off that boat, Hezbollah, Hamas, and everybody was ready to kill you.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do the what do you call those paragliding?
Yeah.
Well, they did have the
And
zip line. Maybe they were armed as they would come down.
I was like, if we
No, it
just
wasn't
think
that
if you
bad.
had got kidnapped and we have American comedian
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Oh yes. And I'll
They're
be
like,
I'll be
just leave
feeling
him
bad
over
like, well, hell, I can't raise.
He's gonna
20
get y'all sick. He's got COVID.
He got $28.50 in his pocket.
No, the one we didn't plan any excursions.
Oh,
We just said let's just get off the ship and find something.
Yeah.
And that's what we
Oh,
did.
Oh, that's sketchy.
Luckily,
scary.
Jason picked something that was kind of decent. And I told, when I saw you guys, like, I don't know what we're doing. We're just going to get there and walk around. So Mark here's, okay, walk around. So I put my tennis shoes on and my jeans. And then Jason picks a beach excursion. Now we're all at the beach. The kids are going snorkeling, scuba diving. We all got chairs. We got tapas. We're drinking beers. In our bathing suits. And I see Mark is just jeans, no shirt, jeans. He's like, I think. So he just takes his pants off. So Mark's walking around Mexico in just his underwear. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't take a
I
picture
Calvin
of that.
Kleined it.
But the staff on the ship was amazing. We had a great time. Togaoki was good, except for, so the only problems I have on this whole thing, one, I got sick. That's on me. I didn't like it, but it's losing a point on that. Number two, and Johnny Poovey was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
The night of the karaoke, they were supposed to staff the bar that's in there and the music hall that they let us have. They said, we're not going to staff it. No drinks. We're like, what are you kidding? There's over 100 of us, and we're all going to be drinking. You're going to lose money on this deal. And so we had to go to a different bar to grab drinks and all that stuff. Other than that, I give this thing an 8.8 out of a 10. All the way around. It was a fantastic time with good people, good friends. And I would do it again. We might do it every other year, In fact, I'm wondering, what event would you like to see next? You want another cruise? You want something else? What do you want? What are you thinking? Thoughts, guys. What do we do next? Okay, wow, you've all bombarded me with much feedback. No, I have an idea. I'm thinking we do something here in Hickory, like a bar hop in Hickory. Wouldn't you love to come to my town, visit us and my friends, and we just go bar hopping? We'll do one night of comedy, right? We'll go to the Hickory Theater.
We'll put you in quarantine first.
I'll be quarantined first. I'll be safe. It's my home. I'll feel good here. I'll do stand up on the Friday night. I'll invite some comedian friends. We'll do a comedy night. Everybody get a wristband. Next day we say meet at this one bar. We'll do some day drinking. We'll have lunch, and we'll just bar hop, hickory bar hopping, and maybe we sell that as a package. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah, it could be fun. So think of that. Leave in the comment section if you like it. All right. Anything else y'all want to say about the cruise before we move on?
I had a blast.
Yes.
And thank you for letting me have a room for free.
Well, you had to share it with this guy. What was it like sleeping with Ball?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, there was a couple times he did
He
snore
wasn't
pretty
on
loud.
the receiving end of that spooning though. So I mean,
Did he snore?
I did wake up with my hands between two pillows.
Those aren't pillows! What movie is that from?
I mentioned it earlier,
You
Sean.
mentioned it earlier.
Planes,
Oh, God.
trains,
Planes and automobiles. That's right. Garth Brooks, I don't know if y'all saw this. Garth Brooks mentioned me in, is it the U.S. Weekly or Us Weekly magazine?
it's the Us Weekly. It was originally the Us magazine.
Yeah.
And then in 2000 they changed it to Us Weekly because the format changed. It was originally a monthly periodical.
He's got his new bar that's about to open up in Nashville, and he's doing a residency in Vegas. He's got a lot going on. In fact, he's going to do a first ever concert live on Black Friday before or halftime of a football game, which hasn't been done before. Anyway, so he's got a lot going on. He's in the press a lot, and he was in Us Weekly, and I guess they asked him about like favorite comedian or podcast. Because look, on the left it says podcast. See that little picture of me?
Yeah.
And it says podcast. And it says John Reap's Metro Jethro. It's not the name of it, but hey, he's a very, very busy man. That is the name of my comedy album. So I know he likes that. He's told me personally. So I'll never correct you, Garth. You could call my podcast anything you want. Maybe now we should change it to Metro Jethro.
Endorsed by Garth Brooks.
Yeah, it says it right here. He says, I love humor I can relate to. How he grew up seems to be the same as I did. So that's right. Me and Garth, basically the same.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying right
Yeah.
there.
2 peas in a pod.
2 peas in a pod. Why don't we put all our money in a circle and split it, Garth? Let's see what happens. But yeah, let's move on. Panthers suck. 1-7, 1-8. We talked about that. Big game coming up. NC State Wolfpack playing, who is 8-3, will now be playing their rival. I guess you could say rival in football anyway. I don't know. We'll let Alan Jackson win. Carolina, who's also 8-3. I do believe this is the last game of the final regular season.
Yes.
Rivalry week.
Rivalry week.
Rivalry week.
That is hard to say. Say it fast.
Rivalry week.
Elmer Fudd. Rivalry week. Wow, that's hard. Say it quick.
Rivalry week.
Rivalry. No.
No, back. You can't do it. Can't be done. Rivalry week.
I was confident telling you that.
That's tough. So a lot of college games. It's going to be a lot of rivalries this week, and that's ours. Is Carolina versus NC State, and it's usually a pretty good matchup. Last year went in overtime.
And the last 2 seasons went to NC State. So.
Oh, that's right. And I'm the NC State guy. I know you pull for Carolina.
Yep.
But I know they're mostly basketball. Do you care about Carolina football?
Well, I want Carolina to do better.
Yeah. Drake May.
Drake May, this is supposed to be the year.
Yeah.
But it's never
Is
the
it
year.
his senior year?
Might as well be. He's going to the NFL. I would.
Will they go take him?
Yeah, I got a feeling he's not going to be around after
I
this
would be
year.
around.
The Alan Jackson. By the way, everybody, that's the hairless Alan Jackson. Can you explain to us what happened to the hair on your face?
So I might have lost a bet with my wife, and now I had to shave.
You look 10 years younger.
Okay.
Is that all you had
I'll
to
take that.
Is that all you had to shave?
That's all
Alan?
I'm going to show on the camera I had to
Okay,
shave.
I just wanted to see how big a bet this was.
It's a pretty good bet.
What was the bet? Do we get to know what the bet was?
No, you don't.
Sounds like an after dark.
Put your guess in the comment section.
Yeah,
and when he tells
I'll
me
take
off screen,
guesses.
I might let you know.
I will entertain guesses for sure. So.
Okay, so you lost the bet. You shaved your face.
Yeah.
Which is why I said in the very beginning it's a hairless show, in case you're keeping score at home.
Or even Isaiah shaved.
That's right. Y'all can't tell, but he did. Should we talk about his lie to me later on? Maybe later. We'll get to that. I got to teach him how to lie. So, Deanna Jackson, what are your thoughts on this football game?
I'm nervous about it.
Yes.
I don't have a good feeling, especially the way we played after Clemson. Yeah, I'm not feeling good. So.
This will basically be for second place in the ACC, right?
No. We've lost. We're both out of the running of the championship's already kind of.
No, I said, well, third place. Because you've got
third or fourth, somewhere in there, yeah.
Florida State and Louisville.
Have already clinched it, yeah.
Well, currently, NC State's 5-2 with the ACC.
Yeah.
And then you got 4-3 for UNC.
Yeah, so we're technically behind a game on ACC record. We're tied on overall record, 8-3.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I'm nervous because, anytime states predicted to probably do well, they kind of don't always do. It's, we're better as underdogs, and I think we might be favored in this game because it's at home.
You weren't favored before we played Clemson this weekend.
Okay.
I looked. We were like 60% favorite.
Oh, good.
But after the way we played at Clemson, which I think we just choked so bad there at times, I got a feeling State might be split pretty even right now.
Yeah. We have a good defense. We got that linebacker, Wilson, who's really good. We've got this wide receiver is very good. What's his name? It reminds me of a Adam Sandler bit. Kevon Champion. Remember he'd do Cajun Man?
Yeah.
Forgot the good dude's name. Anyway, anything can happen. It's going to be a great game. Can't wait to watch that. Go Wolfpack. We'll let you know. Maybe me and Alan should watch it together and record it at my house. Put it on the big screen in the backyard.
We could do that.
Just me and you.
Wow.
And we'll go toe to toe. We'll sell tickets.
Are you talking about Kevin
Concepcion.
Yeah, that's it.
That's his name. Yes, very good. Thank you for looking that up on the fly.
And also, Drake May is a redshirt sophomore.
Oh.
Yeah. We could still lose him, though.
Yeah. All right. Let's read some comments from last week, guys. Oh, the week before last. Because last week I was sick and we didn't do a show. But the week before that, we were on the cruise ship, and that was a pre-recorded show with the stepdaughter, Lainey. Mm-hmm. But still, comments. I asked, red or white wine? What's your favorite? Bob Haynes, he says, when it comes to actual red wine, or actual wine, red Lambrusco, but I love its honey-based cousin, mead. I've never heard. I've heard of mead. I don't count that as a wine. Have you had mead?
I've never had a cousin.
A honey-based cousin?
I've never had a honey-based cousin, so probably not.
I find that hard to believe. I bet you got a lot of cousins out there that are honey-based. You just don't know who they are.
That's got to be probably true.
There is a mead place in Hickory now that I have been to. It's pretty good. If you like mead, I don't know how to describe mead. Someone Google mead. But I wouldn't put that in the wine category so much. But I never heard of red Lambrusco. So when I thought like red or white, my thing is I like, depending on the temperature. In the winter, if I'm doing wine, it's red wine. Oh. Keeps me warm. Get the red rosacea going.
Oh, yeah.
Makes it look like I got a little sun.
Yeah.
But really it's just,
It's just you're
the
breaking
wine.
out.
Yeah. And I like a Pinot Noir if I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Pinot Noir.
It's not Pinot Noir.
No, it's not. It's not Merlot.
Not Merlot.
It's not Pinot. What'd you say? No.
Nor.
No.
Nowhere.
No. Or if it's summertime, I like a white wine, and that would be a Pinot Grigio.
Grigio. Look at you.
For those of you
fancy
keeping
Metro
score at home.
Jethro. Change the name. Get it going.
Garth Brooks' favorite. But yeah, I don't know about Lambrusco. I don't know what that is. All right. Tim Belling, and if you find something, just jump in. Tim Belling, he said, I'm coming to Charlotte area later this month. John, should recommend a place to eat, and I'll meet you there, LOL. Where should we tell Tim Belling to go eat in Charlotte?
Tim.
In the Charlotte area. There's so many places.
There's so much in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Well, that last name suggests German. There is a good German brewery that's down there, but I can't remember the name of it.
South End.
South End.
Go to South End. There's a bunch of places to go in South End.
That's right.
Very nice. Pen, wooden robot, so many.
You're talking to the
And
guy.
Tim, if you're coming to Charlotte to feed John,
Why don't you come to Charlotte, I'd say December 22, 23, 24.
Right there with the Comedy Zone.
What's that?
Right there at the Comedy Zone.
At the Comedy Zone.
yes.
Where I'll be performing, Tim. Come eat at the Comedy Zone and watch me do comedy, huh? One hand washing the other, Tim.
Absolutely.
But there's tons of good places. What's that area where the Comedy Zone is? It's called, the whole area is called something. With the Comedy Zone. Anyway, lots of good restaurants around it'll hit me in a minute, around the Comedy Zone. Anyway, let's move on to Marcus Holland. He said, I egged a neighborhood as a kid, got caught and had to wash all their cars on a Sunday morning, apologizing per police transport. Needless to say, I learned my lesson. You ever been busted egging cars or rolling houses, anything like that?
No, we were too poor to throw the eggs.
Right. No one eggs houses anymore.
Not anymore. You can't. It's, what's
No.
it, $12 a dozen?
Yeah. That might be a thing of the past now.
Maybe
That's-
if you can
That's a
goose
rich
egg.
man's game.
That's a rich man.
Egging
You
houses.
just scrape them off the front of the fender and eat them
Yeah.
later.
Only if it's a rotten egg, I guess.
Wow.
That used to be a thing. Like if you're a bad comedian, you get tomatoes and rotten eggs
Eggs.
thrown at you. I guess it's rotten tomatoes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no good food can be
I
wasted.
haven't seen the rotten stuff in a while.
No.
We're eating it. Preservatives. When's the last time you saw something rotten?
That's true.
I mean, it just lives forever. Like I found some fries underneath my seat the other day.
From where?
From at least
McDonald's?
2 months ago, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Those
hungry.
don't go bad.
They don't go bad.
No. I am, in fact, I will eat a sandwich. Okay, this just happened in Dallas, Fort Worth. I ordered like Jimmy John's or something. Got a Philly cheesesteak, big one. I thought, well, I'm going to eat half of it now, and I'll save the other half for later. I ate it the next day and never put it in a fridge.
Absolutely.
Just left it laid out.
You don't need a
And
fridge
it
in
was
there.
fantastic. So, yeah.
Dancing with the devil.
I'm the opposite. Like, my girl, she'll put things in the fridge right away. Like right away.
Yeah.
Like she'll make a bunch of stuff. It'll be there. I'll fix a plate, and then she's like, "Are you done with this?" I'm gonna go ahead and put it. No, I want to go back and graze on it.
Yeah.
Leave it up there. She'll put it right. I will eat something.
That comes from college days.
Yeah.
We'd leave stuff out a week.
Yeah, that's right.
Pizza for a week.
I think the cheapest I ever did, ramen noodles,
No.
as you do. I cooked a bunch of ramen noodles, didn't eat it all, but I put crackers in there, and you know how they get soggy? Put that in the fridge, ate it like 5 days later. Leftover ramen 5 days. That's a nickel. All that to save what, 10 cents?
Think about how far you've came.
I know, man.
Only in America.
Only America. Marcus Holland also said, are you getting lost in giraffe eyes? Yeah, last week Laney was talking about going to one of them drive-through zoos.
Yeah, I've been one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you can feed the giraffe. And we're talking about how their eyes, like their eyes are just
Talking
gigantic.
about the eyelashes
And
and
they got the
whatnot.
beautiful lashes. Have you seen a giraffe's eyelashes? They're really beautiful. It's like mascara quality.
So,
yes.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say the area that's down there. It's the Avid Exchange Music Factory. So they've got the underground the
Music
Fillmore,
Factory, that's what I was thinking
There's
of.
a Mexican restaurant that's connected to the Comedy Zone.
That's right.
And then
Oh, that Mexican restaurant's very good.
it is.
Tim Belling, the Mexican restaurant above the Comedy Zone, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of December. I'll see you there.
Plus, you like frequenting the thing called the Small Bar.
Small bar, yes. Which I think is owned by the Comedy Zone.
I believe so.
The Shirtless Dad, he says, my favorite wine is moonshine.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Classic. Haven't had moonshine in forever. You know, people like to hand me moonshine from time to time because I've talked about it and blah, blah, blah. I don't mess with it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the stage where it's just give me a little bit of a wine buzz, beer buzz, a little bit of like I'm done. You know what I mean?
It'll run your Honda, though. You can put it in your Honda.
Put what in my
Do you
Honda?
want some moonshine? I have like 3 jars in the fridge. I'll give you a jar.
Isn't it funny how I just said I don't want moonshine, and people are always handing it. In his brain, he goes, "I must give John one of the 3 jars I have." No, I
My
don't
thought
want.
was I just want to give it away and get
Yeah,
rid
yeah,
of it.
yeah, but yeah, put it in my car.
Yeah,
I
make it
bet
run.
that Honda can run off of it. But thank you for the offer. I do appreciate it. All right, so when I was in Fort Worth, the other comedians I worked with were great. What I'll do is go, hey man, I'll take pictures of you if you take pictures of me, and we'll exchange it. And this photo was taken by Paul Smith, the opening act. Very funny guy. And so I just put this up, and I said, let's do a caption this contest. What is going on in this picture? Anyone in this room want to guess what's happening in this picture?
So looks like you're grabbing maybe a boob there, and maybe you're comparing yours to someone else's.
Okay, all right.
And you think yours is probably larger?
I don't know. I don't think that's what happened, but I like that that's what you assessed here. That's an opinion, and you jumped in.
Yeah,
it was dead quiet.
It was
I
dead
appreciate
air.
it.
Dead air is.
Let's see what happens when I go over here.
So that feller in the front row with glasses looks like he's embarrassed about something because he's like pointing his head away or...
Well, look at all the chicks.
Right.
They're laughing their asses off. And even this guy in the medium left that's a little bit closer to the foreground, got his hand, he's kind of look like the guys are like, what? And the girls are like, whatever I said is funnier to the girls than it is to the guys in this photo. And I don't know what happened. I really don't. I don't have a memory of this.
Might have been one of those things where you were doing some engaging, and it ended up backfiring on the guy in the audience.
Right. So I told you guys on Facebook, let's do a caption this contest. I'll read some of your comments. Dusty Privet, he wrote, listen, lady, I'm not the one that yelled out, I have a 12-inch dildo in my purse. But now all I can think about is how big your purse is. There you go, Dusty. Ricky Box, he goes, what do you say to a midget that's acting immature? Turns out grow up was a mistake. There you go, Ricky Box. Thank you for that
Ricky
comment.
Box.
No, I know him too. He usually comes to my show, but I think he was in Vegas this weekend. JJ Ring, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey.
Oh yeah, Fred Sanford.
Classic Fred Sanford. It does look like that. Sherry Guillemond, bless your heart. Can you give me a trim? Yes, I do. It's getting bad, boys. I'm going to cut this before Thanksgiving, Jody, I promise. I just let her go. I'm afraid, dude. I'm getting to this stage. You've seen my brother. You know where it's headed.
Yeah, it's heading that way.
If I start cutting it, it's going to be like, well, you didn't want me.
You got to
My hair,
treat it right, man.
It's going to be acting like, well, apparently you don't want me around.
Take each strand and love it.
Right.
Appreciate it.
I'll just cut this back part off a little bit. Yeah. It's getting long. Roseanne Henshaw. She said, sexy but not available. Red Rooster causing the hens to cluck up a storm. That's a good one, Roseanne. Yes. Maybe I was talking about being married and I'm no longer available. Yeah, that could have been it. Alrighty then. Real quick, let's thank our sponsor, Every Plate. I can't tell you how much I love Every Plate. Are you craving steak? I want to say that's my favorite meat. Is steak.
Yes.
When I go out, I'm going to treat myself. I get myself a steak, but I always pay way too much for it. And how do you cook your steak?
Medium.
I medium.
I medium.
You medium.
Me. I medium. You.
Medium rare. Two medium.
Two medium.
It's in the. I like it between medium rare and medium.
You won't run it off. You have to stab it.
Well, sometimes when you say I like medium rare, but sometimes if you say medium rare, it comes too rare.
Yeah.
If I say medium, sometimes it's medium well. So if I say medium rare, I have to make eye contact with them and go medium Rare. Medium rare. I have to say it that way. Otherwise, they just hear medium, they run off. It's medium. If they just hear rare, you have to medium rare. Anyway, I love steak. Craven Steak. Introducing $1 steak for life. Add a 10-ounce ranch steak to your weekly order for only $1. Now that's raising the stakes for dinner. Get a meal for $1.49 plus $1 steaks for life by going to everyplate.com/podcast and enter my code 49REAP. Subscription must be active to qualify and redeem the $1 steak. That's $1.49 plus $1 for steaks for life by going to everyplate.com/podcast. Enter the code 49REAP. That's up to a $110 value. All right. Okay. The Alan Jackson. From here, do we want to do any other? We don't have a cruise ad to play anymore.
No.
We don't have any ads to play, do we?
Not at the moment. No, not any others. Nope.
Okay.
So what you want to do?
Well, we've been it's almost an hour, I
50
feel
minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been about almost an hour.
I'm trying to keep these under an hour. There's something going on Facebook, and it just started happening within the last week. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but all numbers across all social media are going down. William Lee Martin hit me up. He goes, have you seen this? Like, he was on track to get to like 800,000 followers, and it just died. I looked at mine. Things are just stagnant right now.
Not losing numbers, though.
Not losing.
Just
It's just you have to go out of your way to share the crap out of stuff. Anyway, I think something's going on with Facebook. That being said, I know they like it under an hour. I'm trying to keep it under an hour. So let's go ahead and start doing our dismount on this one. You know what I mean? Happy World Television Day. Wait, Isaiah, is there anything you want to say before I wrap this up? You know what thought just
Good little dog.
you know what just popped in my head? And I don't know if it's going to make sense. There's a scene from Boogie Nights. Have you seen the movie Boogie Nights?
Yeah, with Mark Wahlberg.
Mm-hmm. Remember the black guy? What's his name? Famous actor, black guy.
Is that Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle. Mm-hmm. And remember, he's trying to push the cowboy outfit?
Yeah.
Like,
It's the cowboy.
he's like, I'm dressed as a cowboy. It's coming back in a big way, and people are going to love my cowboy outfit. And then there's a scene where they're having a big party. It's 1980, and everyone's welcome to the 80s, and everyone's dancing around. And it's just a scene of him sitting by himself in a cowboy hat and his cowboy jacket, and he just... That's why I looked over at Isaiah. I was like, anything you want to say? And I just saw this guy dressed up and all this stuff with like... No, I don't want to say anything. I want to go home.
Thank you for letting me go on the cruise, and thank you for letting me do stand up on the cruise and open up for William Lee Martin and Steve Jessup.
Got it. You're welcome. How about you? Have a ball.
I appreciate everything. It was definitely an experience because I'm used to traveling military wise, so that it was a lot different for me.
Yeah,
but
it's more fun this way.
but it was definitely worth checking out, and I'll be back.
Happy World Television Day. Ooh. Did you know that was today? Happy Hello Day.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
how you doing? Hello.
Hello. Hello. Ginger inbred cookie day. Red Mitten Day.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
National Red Mitten Day. That represents Canadian Olympic pride. So to all my Canadians up there up north, happy Red Mitten Day. It's National Stuffing Day. I was going to tell you my least favorite side is it's a certain kind too. It's stovetop stuff.
Stovetop.
That brand specifically. Hate
I
it.
got a
You
question
don't
about
like
this.
stovetop?
What did I just say?
But see,
I don't like it.
when you were talking about that whole aspect between the chicken and dumplings and, of course, stuffing being inside,
Yeah.
I kind of went away from that. But I have had some really good
Now-
homemade stuffing.
Exactly. Homemade stuffing. I'm down with your recipe, probably. That's fine. It's that brand specifically I don't like. There's some spice in there that doesn't sit well with me.
Gotcha.
Go.
How do you cook stuffing? Do you put it in the oven?
Well,
Don't you? I think my mother always stuck it in the
Yeah,
oven.
put it in the turkey.
separately.
Separately.
Yeah. From it's not actually going into the turkey.
See,
Yeah,
That's-
you put it in a dish and you put
Yeah.
it like that, right? Is that
Right,
how
like
y'all,
a-
is that how everybody does it? I don't do it because I hate it.
Thank you.
But I have a question.
Let's hear it.
If it's stovetop stuffing, why are we putting it in the oven?
See, I knew there was a reason. I
That's
didn't
why
like
you
it.
don't like it. You've been putting it in the oven all this time.
I gotta put it
You
on
gotta-
the stove top. All right, we're gonna try it this year. Jody, yeah, ready for that?
On top.
Yeah.
Stove top. We're gonna do it on top of the stove.
Yes.
But you're right. Stuffing should go inside of the turkey. That's traditionally,
Yeah.
in the very beginning, how it started. Right when they would cook a turkey, they'd
all
put
that
stuff in there,
put all the seasonings and stuff,
Yeah.
and it would cook through.
and then
when
they
you
pull it out and go
yeah.
like, "Oh, let's eat this now."
And then from there, they go ahead and make the gravy and stuff.
It's kind of disgusting
Yeah.
when you think about it.
It's giving birth.
So happy stuffing day, everybody. Also, on this day, don't look at the screens.
Okay.
On this day, November 21st in 1980, 350 million people around the world tuned in to watch this one thing happen. What was it? I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's a TV show. And somebody...
I know.
Where was I just this past weekend?
You were in Fort Worth, Texas.
Which is next to...
JR's Ranch.
That's right. Episode of Dallas. People tuned in to find out who shot JR.
Yep.
Who was it, Isaiah? Did we ever find out?
Wasn't it somebody? It was like no, not the sister, was it?
I got tour dates coming up, everybody. December 21, 22, 23. Come see me at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte. Just added Cleveland, not North Carolina. I don't know why I put that there. Cleveland, Ohio. I'll be at Hilarities. This was just added. December 15 and 16. Some of you on the cruise ship are asking me, well, when are you going to come to Cleveland? Here it is, baby. December 15 and 16. Then I'm going to be in Pittsburgh. I'll be in Dayton, Ohio. I'll be at Toledo. All these dates can be found at carolinareaper.com. Click on the tour dates. Go write us a new podcast review. Help us keep the lights on here, right? And if no one has anything else to say,
We haven't had a iTunes review in a while, and
Yeah.
I'm getting up.
write us a new iTunes review. And for the Alan Jackson, for Moose, for Coble, for Mark Heavenly Balls Deep, for Isaiah, for Sebastian, I am John Rape, and I want to wish you a bye.